welcome. My name is Sharon Cannon from Indigo Yoga for Healing and Wellness. I bring to you today this short trauma-informed practice. The biggest challenge I hear from people when it comes to starting a yoga practice is just finding the time. Our busy daily lives seem to leave us struggling to find the time to do anything for ourselves. With this short practice, we try to resolve that issue. If you can find 5 to 10 minutes to set up this little morning habit, along with brushing your teeth every day, then the practice of yoga becomes a little easier. Now, normally in a trauma-focused practice, the poses would be held for a lot longer, to really feel sensations and connect to what's happening in the body. But when you just want to move your body and you don't really have much time, then that's not always an option. So I hope you can use this practice to take some of the poses that we use and choose which ones you'd like to hold for a little longer when you repeat the class. So I hope that this can gently get you going in the mornings or in the afternoon or any other time of the day. So we'll start by giving yourself permission to find a comfortable seat, whether that be on the floor or on a chair or using a bolster or cushion or a blanket to sit upon. And take a moment to engage with your breath in a way that feels acceptable to you right now in the present moment. Now maybe you'd like to set an intention for the day, for your practice. How would you like to show up in your body today? How would you like to show up in the world? And if nothing is coming up for you today, then maybe you choose to anchor your attention to your breath or to parts of the body that are connecting to the ground. And as you feel ready, if you'd like to, as we breathe in, we could reach the arms up over the head. And as you breathe out, bringing the hands back down to the earth. Breathing in, reaching up to the sky. Breathing out, down to the earth. And you can repeat this as many times as you'd like. And when you're ready to move on, we can take a twist if it feels good in the body. So as you breathe in to reach the arms up, we can breathe out and turn to the side, allowing the front hand to rest on the knee and the back hand to rest on the ground. As you inhale, maybe think about lengthening along the spine, reaching the head towards the sky. As you breathe out, without forcing, you maybe would like to pull the back shoulder a little bit further back, turning the chest more towards the side of your room. And as you inhale, if you like, you could reach the back arm up towards the sky and maybe start to lean towards your knees into a side bend. And softly bringing that top hand back down to the floor behind you, back into your twist. And slowly releasing back to face the front. And whenever you're ready, inhale to reach the arms up. And exhale to find the twist. Bring Bringing the front hand to the knee and the back hand to the floor. Maybe invite in a little more length into the spine. As you breathe out, you might like to pull the back shoulder further back to turn the chest towards the side of the room. And if you'd like, I invite you to reach the back arm up towards the sky and maybe lean towards the knees. Slowly lowering the arm back to the floor behind you and slowly releasing back to face the front. Now, in your own time and in your own way, I invite you to meet me in tabletop pose. And you might like to add in any movement that feels good in the body. So I really welcome you to listen to your body and what it's calling for here. Now, my offering for you is to move through some cat and cow as we inhale, inviting a soft arch into the lower back. And as we exhale, gently drawing in through center and rounding through the spine. Now please do continue to move with your own rhythm of breath. And give yourself permission to move in any way. As and when you're ready, send the hips back to meet the heels, allowing the forehead to soften down towards the ground. And maybe take a moment here to observe anything that's coming up for you. And my other offering for you at this present moment in time is you could come into downward facing dog. Now know that downward facing dog is quite a big transition from where we've been. So if you prefer to stay here, please do, or you may come back into tabletop and add in some movement there. Now, if you have joined me in downward facing dog, then you may like to add in some movement here as well. And perhaps take a moment to feel the ground beneath the palms. And wherever you are, I invite you to start to walk the feet towards the hands, maybe bringing the hands back towards the feet. And bend into the knees. I invite you to bring your right hand in towards the left, so you're looking down towards the back of the right hand. And bringing the left hand onto the hip. And when you're ready, I invite you to take an inhale and look forwards towards the top of the mat. And on your exhale, maybe turning the head and the chest towards the left side of your room. Now you can stay bent through both knees, or you might like to start to straighten through the left leg. And feel free, you can always straighten the left arm towards the sky if you prefer. Slowly returning both hands to the floor, placing the left hand where the right hand was, bending into the knees and bringing the right hand to the hip. And as you're ready, inhale to look forwards. And exhale, turning the gaze and the heart towards the right side. And maybe you like to stay bent through the knees, or you could explore with straightening through the right leg. Maybe shifting the gaze a little higher. You always have that option. You could straighten the arm if you'd like. And softly bringing both hands back to the floor. Staying with bent knees, I invite you to come all the way up to standing. And if you like, inhale and reach the arms back up towards the sky. Maybe inviting more length into the spine here. As you exhale, perhaps bring the right hand down and explore with leaning towards the right side whilst pushing your rib cage towards the left. As we come back to center, you might like to reach both arms up. And then you could explore as you bring the left hand down, leaning towards the left side while pushing the rib cage towards the right. As you come back to center, extending the arms up to the sky with a breath in. Breathing out, start to hinge at the hips and soften the knees. Bringing the hands softly back down to the ground. Now I invite you here, as you inhale, to look forwards towards the top of the mat. And as we exhale, please either step back to a plank pose or to tabletop. Listening to the body, honour your body always. And in your own time, in your own way, lowering the front body to the mat. Sliding the hands wide, we'll come into Gekko Pose. So I invite you to come onto your fingertips. As you inhale, lifting the head and the heart from the ground. As you exhale, shifting the gaze and the heart forwards. Inhale, lifting the heart to the sky. Exhale to soften. And when you're ready, in your own time, inhale to tabletop. And exhale, you could return to downward facing dog or bring the hips back to the heels and soften the forehead towards the floor. If you're in downward dog, feel free to bring in any movement that the body might be calling for. And when you're ready, if you're in downward dog, you can bring the knees down and send the hips back to the heels. When you're ready, you might like to come up with the upper body and sit onto the heels, or you might like to take the legs to the side and come to a cross-legged seat. So in your own way, find your way to your chosen seat. And maybe inviting some more length into the spine. And feel free to engage with your breath in a way that feels accessible to you right now in the present moment. Use this as a fresh start for your day. Choose how you wish to show up in the world, in your body. And when you're ready, bring in your hands to the heart center. May we invite peace into our bodies. May we use words to heal and create peace. May we bring peace to our minds. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I hope you enjoyed this short practice, and feel free to take any of the poses and hold them for longer. If there was anything you didn't enjoy, you can take it out and replace it with something else. And I hope to see you on the mat again soon. Thank you.